Hey guys, this is Eric with OzoneTCG. We're here with an Albaz Strike Decks and Text video for you. Today we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the strategies with the new Albaz Strike Structure deck and some tech cards you may want to consider picking up. If you enjoy the video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into it. First off, we have Branded in Red, which allows you to recur a DESPIA monster or Fallen of Albaz in the graveyard and then fusion summon any monster. It is completely generic. It's only a super rare and Burst of Destiny costs about $1. It's a fantastic option as it allows you to summon one of your boss monsters, Guardian Chimera. Next we have ALUBER, the Jester of Despia, which allows you to search any branded spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. This includes Branded Fusion, Branded Opening, Branded in Red, Branded in White, all of them. It's a fantastic normal summon or special summon off of Branded Opening in order to start your fusion plays. The only downside to this card is you can't use both its search and negation effect in the same turn. You can only use effect once per turn and only once that turn, as well as its price point. It's anywhere between $60 and $80 for a single copy, depending on where you find it, either TCG Player, eBay, or online. However, I do think, at least for the standard Albaz builds, you do need this card. You need 3 of them. And next we have Branded Opening, where you discard a card as an effect and take a Despia monster from the deck, either add to your hand or special summon in defense position, and afterwards you can't special summon from the extra deck except fusion monsters. It's a very powerful card in this Albaz deck, as you can summon one of your best starter cards, ALUBER, so effectively you have 6 copies of it and 4 copies of ADLIB. It is not an expensive card at around $3.50 to $4 per copy. I do recommend getting it if you're interested in playing this deck. Next up we have NADIR Servant. I'm sure you all know what NADIR Servant does by now, but this card is actually for the DOGMATIKA variant, either if you're playing ECCLESIA or MAXIMUS, whichever you prefer. It is just to search those cards really and to go ahead and put one of your Albaz fusions in the graveyard. Gives you some advantage, and then you can get your engine going. Next up is DOGMATIKA Maximus. This card is particularly useful in the Albaz deck, especially if you're playing the Dogma version, because you can send your Sprint the Iron Dash Dragon and Albion the Branded Dragon to summon Kit in the end phase, as well as setting one of your branded spells or traps. Because it was reprinted as an Ultra in the 2021 Megatins, it is fairly cheap at under $2 per copy. Really, you only need 1 copy if you're playing 3 NADIR Servants. It's really not a bad idea to pick it up. Next up we have DOGMATIKA ECCLESIA the Virtuous, which allows you to search that Maximus in order to kickstart your Albaz fusion plays by summoning Kit and searching your branded spell or trap. Really between $10 and $12 what you should pick up this card for. It's not too bad of an idea to pick it up anyway, even if NADIR Servant goes to 1. We also have Incredible ECCLESIA the Virtuous, which allows you to summon your Fallen of Albaz from the deck. It also has the unique ability for this deck specifically to go ahead and add itself from the graveyard to the hand, and that is actually a mandatory effect in TCG. So if you send your Albion or Sprint, you do have to add this back, and it's a fantastic way of recurring your advantage. Next, we actually have a card that comes in the Albaz Strike Structure deck, at least in the OCG, is Keeper of Dragon Magic. On normal or special, you can discard a card as cost and add either a Polymerization normal spell or Fusion normal spell from your deck to your hand. In this case, we're going to be using it in the PREDAPLANT version to search Instant Fusion, or in any other versions, you can go ahead and search Branded Fusion straight up. This card has not been relevant for the longest time since it released in 2018 because it does lock you into summoning only fusion monsters the turn you use either of its effect. Its revival effect sometimes can come in handy, but for us it doesn't actually matter because Branded Fusion does the exact same thing. And again, because it's in the structure deck, it's actually going to be very cheap. If you want to pick up an Ultra, it's about $1. It's not too bad either for the Holo version. Next up, we have a card for the PREDAPLANT build of Albaz. We have PREDAPLANT OPHRYS Scorpio. On normal or special summon, you can send a monster from your hand to graveyard and special summon any PREDAPLANT from your deck. You can only use each effect per turn, so you're going to be summoning your Darling Cobra, and that's going to go ahead and get you either Instant Fusion or Branded Fusion. Printed as a rare, common, and ultra rare, this card is incredibly affordable, and for what it is a very powerful card. It used to search Brilliant Fusion, now we're searching Branded Fusion. Next up we have Cap Shell, which if used for a fusion summon, you can draw a card. Use with Branded Fusion to send Fallen of Albaz and Cap Shell, and summon Lubellion. Both its secret and rare printings are incredibly affordable. The secret printing is under $1 and is really not a bad pickup if you want to include the one of. Next we have Edge of Chain, which if sent from the hand or field to the graveyard, you can add a FRIGHTFUR card from the deck, and that FRIGHTFUR card would be FRIGHTFUR Patchwork, which allows you to add another copy of Edge of Chain and a polymerization from your deck to your hand. This card has increased a little bit in price because of the Albaz Strike structure deck. However, it is still a relatively affordable card. Really, you only need 2 at most. It's unlike FRIGHTFURs, where you actually do need more copies. But this card is not too expensive. And if you want to play this version, it's not too bad of a price. Next up we have FRIGHTFUR Patchwork, which is the card you search off Edge of Chain. You add any Edge Imp monster in a polymerization from your deck to your hand. It is a straight +1 for the deck. You can only activate 1 per turn, but it is a straight up +1 for the deck, and because Lubellion and Branded Opening do discard, it is something to consider. It has both a rare and ultra rare printing, and they are under $1 each. If you want to play this build, this is also not a bad card to pick up. And those are some of the Albaz tech cards you should consider. Again, if you guys liked the video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit us up on social media, and we will see you in the next one. This is Eric from OzoneTCG. Have a great day, guys.